Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kygo1324. Up here today with the 2017 book collection. Now I know I said I was going to do this in ASMR, but I decided I wouldn't do it in ASMR because I think what I'll do for the ASMR side of the books, I think I'll do a little read through them or show you guys them through ASMR. I think it would work out a lot better that way. But up first, I'm going to show off a few little pickups. Nothing, not a lot of stuff, just a few things. Glass Coca-Cola is the best thing for a hot day, guys. But I've got tons of books and comics here to show off, so I'm not going to let this go on for too long. But let's start with the pickups. Up first, we have a Wii game. We have Guinness Book of World Records, the video game, complete. Sorry about if there's glare, the lighting, I can't really do much about that. 75p, not bad. I remember playing the game. It's a bunch of micro games. It's good for kids and stuff, so that's mainly why I got it. Plus I want to do like some bad games on the channel. It's not a bad game. And we got Rainbow Six Free Black Arrow, but I only had Rainbow Six Free and then not the Black Arrow version of the game, which kind of annoyed me. Would have been 50p. But I'll have to take it back because I've got to go in town Monday to pick up some train tickets, so I can always ask them to swap it over. 3 Xbox 360 games, some solid stuff here. Fairy Tale Fights, £3.50. This game's getting kind of harder to find now. It's a fun little weird style game, but a lot of people probably play this game and enjoy it because it's weird, but it's kind of gory and stuff. Lost Planet 3, £3. Haven't played any of the Lost Planet games. Well, I've only played a little bit of the first one, and then I was very happy to find Street Fighter X Tekken. Of course, with the new Tekken game coming out, £8. A bit more expensive, but the fighting games are getting more and more expensive. It's a great game. You have Street Fighter and Tekken characters in this game. A lot of fun. I've seen some gameplay for it, and it looks really fun. Lots of characters. And then I decided to pick up a Battleborn. It was £6. Mainly got it because I want to try this game out, see if people are still playing it, see if it's any good. Like I said, Paladins, you know, is a game that a lot of people are giving a lot of hate, but if you actually play it, it's not a bad game actually. So I want to see if people are still playing Battleborn. And then the PS2, of course, picked up Rocky, 75p, another movie title. Had the Rocky Legends game, didn't have the original Rocky game. Happy Feet, 75p, again a movie title, probably not that great game. Then going from cheapest to most expensive, Trivial Pursuit, £1. I have the unhinged version of this game, but now I've got the original version. You know, just a board game, everyone knows what Trivial Pursuit is. Dragon Ball Z Budokai, the first Dragon Ball Z Budokai game. I think it's one of the first Dragon Ball Z games on PS2. There was a HD remake with this game and the third one, but not the second one. This is the 2D style fighting Dragon Ball Z instead of the 3D style one. Hot Wheels Beat That, £2, not bad. Oh, Dragon Ball Z was £1.50, not bad. These Hot Wheel games are quite fun. I've seen gameplay on them. Happy to find this one actually. 25 to Life, £3.50. This game's getting harder and harder to find. You see it on Xbox every now and then, but not on the PS2. Very happy to find it. And then I decided to pick up a Rogue Galaxy. It was £12, but it is complete, which is nice. Another JRPG into the collection. Bit more expensive PS2 game, but this isn't really hard to find it. You can find this game quite often, but it's still quite an expensive game, and from what I know, it's a very solid game. Anyway, so that's the pickups. Like I said, not a lot. I've tried to trade in just a bunch of PS1 games in CX. They just weren't having it. A lot of them they weren't taking, and the ones they did take, I hardly got anything for them. I was going to get cash, but I hardly got anything for them. So anyway, now the books, then comics and magazines. Up first we have Lord of the Rings, the J.R. Tolkien Lord of the Rings collection. Comes with all of the books. Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers and Return of the King, but it comes in 7 individual books. Happy to have this one actually. It's kind of cool to have these big book collections. Um, I do read, not a lot. I tend to read. You'll see here I've got a lot of these encyclopedias and Marvel things, and again comics. I love reading those sort of things. Five Nights at Freddy's: The Silver Eyes. I picked this up not long ago in one of my last pickups videos. It was in the board game collection video. I showed off some pickups. Got this. It's a novel based on the Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's sort of like a backstory to it. I'll try and make sure I can get these back in because they're in size order. Never done it in size order. Star Wars Volume 1: Heir to the Empire. Just a Star Wars novel. I don't really buy a lot of fiction books and stuff like that, but it's a Star Wars thing. Bernard Cromwell, The Bloody Ground. Again, don't really read a lot of fiction stuff, but it's based on the, I think, the American Civil War, the Revolution, so it might be a kind of interesting one to read. My dad likes Bernard Cromwell. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the novel of the movie, the Frankenstein, the original novel. Again, classic novel here. Of course, no movie has done this movie book justice. A lot of the movies don't come close to the movie, but there are but there are a few out there that do. A little Rogue One U-wing book here. It was the model thing. I couldn't build it to save my life, but it just comes with a little bit of information on Rogue One in there. Yeah, I can't build these paper models. I'm just shit at building them. Avengers Assemble, the book of the film. Again, it's more of a for a younger audience, but it might be cool to have these sort of things to read to my son when he gets a bit older. Carl Pilkington's The Moaning of Life. Again, I love Carl Pilkington. I love his TV shows, and his books apparently are quite funny. So, you know, cool little book here on Carl Pilkington, based on The Moaning of Life. Part of the Young Samurai series, The Way of the Dragon. I hear these are kind of it's more of like a teenage thing, but they're based around like the samurais and stuff. So it might be worth a good read, actually. Like I said, I don't read a lot of fiction. And these are just my books. All the stuff on the shelf is the rest of that stuff is Heather's. You know, all her books and anime and stuff. All my pop figures and that are at my mum's still. But if I remember, I'll bring them back home. Then we got here a heavy book, part of the 1001 books. 1001 movies you must see before you die. And there's quite a few of these 1001 books, and there's all sorts like 1001 books you must read, 1001 games you must play, 1001 music. This is kind of an older version of the book. It only goes all the way up to 2000 and let's see where it goes up to last. Just trying to find out where the last one here. It only goes up to 2005. Yeah, it only goes up to 2005. But you know, a lot of the books in films and that in here are sort of a lot of. I'm noticing a lot of foreign movies like French and German movies in here, but this is an older the older version. But there are newer, updated versions which I'll keep my eye out for. And those books are quite expensive. Not many libraries have them either. PewDiePie, This Book Loves You. Heather got me this for Christmas a couple of years ago. Still haven't read it. Gone through it. It's not really a book. It's more just, you know who PewDiePie is, one of the most famous YouTubers, and it's just all sorts of PewDiePie being PewDiePie. You know, I haven't watched PewDiePie in a long time, guys. I'm gonna have to catch up with him because I do like PewDiePie. I think he's a funny guy. Say what you want about him. He's number one for a reason, guys. Whether you like him or not, let me know what you think of PewDiePie in the comments below. I like him. I know he's not as good as what he used to be, but I do like him. Death's Head, The Day of the Damned. Just looked like a book that seemed like kind of cool for me to read, sort of like a sci-fi shooter book here, even though they got paintball masks on there. Obviously they put more money into the book than they did the pictures for the book. Yeah, and now we go, so those are sort of my fiction style books, and now we go into the sort of encyclopedias, and there are a few colouring books and stuff in here as well. If you want me to do this in ASMR, I will. I just had a bit of a sore throat. I think it's the smoking, but I will do an ASMR book where I actually go through the books and read them to you guys. Well, not necessarily read them, but go through the pages sort of thing. Up here we have Star Wars, the character encyclopedia. I love these encyclopedias. Just comes with all the information about some Star Wars characters. Over 200 Star Wars characters in here. You know, troopers and you know all the different characters in them, what they're used for. I haven't read through this one yet, but I love these sort of books here. Then we have the DC Comics Ultimate Character Guide. Again, love these sort of things here. Again, comes with all the information about all these different DC characters, you know, in here, like the Justice League, the Green Lanterns, you know, some of the more lesser known characters like the Creeper there and Cosmic Boy, some of the lesser known ones in there. And then we have the Marvel Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers, the Ultimate Character Guide. Again, just comes with all the sorts of ones in here. I think this is more based around the Avengers, but I think it does have, I'm not sure if it has the X-Men in here as well. Yeah, it just comes with all sorts of characters in here. I don't know if it really has yeah, oh, it does have some X-Men characters in there, like Wolverine and stuff. I like these sort of things. You can find these cheap in W.H. Smith, the older editions. W.H. Smith tends to put them down to like £5 after about a year or so. Then we have the Lego Star Wars Character Encyclopedia. I actually have read through this one actually. Again, same sort of thing. Just comes with all the information about some Lego Star Wars minifigures. Sorry about the glare, but yeah, all sorts of things in here. This is kind of useful if you're a collector of Lego Star Wars, because it tells you all of the minifigures in there. So if you're a collector of them, then we've got some colouring books here, a Batman bumper activity one. Again, a lot of these I've got when I was younger. You know, I've done some of them. I've done a lot of these. I do colouring sometimes. You know, the Joker there. I do colouring sometimes. When I'm feeling a bit, you know, in this sort of colouring mood, I guess. Sorry, the camera's gone a bit wonky there because I think I knocked it. Hopefully it should sort itself out. I'm just gonna have a sip of my drink. Here we go. I think the lighting does that. Day of the Dead colouring book, of course. Day of the Dead, a Mexican festival. You know, good, you know, festival where they celebrate death and stuff. Some nice pattern designed in here. Colouring books are becoming more and more popular amongst adults. For kids, it's more creative. Adults, it's more of a relaxing experience sort of thing, and creative as well. I've got a how to play keyboard book here. I do have a keyboard back home, and I do want to learn how to play the piano and play the keyboard. If I could learn any instrument, I'd love to learn to be able to play the piano. And this is kind of a nice little beginner's guide here actually. So I have to get my keyboard set up when I go to my mum's and maybe do this. Then we have here a still sealed Avengers Assemble origin story collection. It comes with the origin stories of Hulk, Thor, Iron Man and Captain America, and it's still sealed. Haven't opened this up yet, and I got it for £6. Then we have the Guinness Book of World Records 2016. Still haven't read through this one. I know I have the 2017 one as well. I think it's in this wardrobe here somewhere, because I'm also missing my Oblivion strategy guide, I noticed. So I reckon it's in the wardrobe, but you know, it's Guinness Book of World Records, but it's the gamer edition. But I know I have got it in there somewhere. I have to go through it. I've got here this occult Nazis and the occult thing. Well, I don't support the Nazis or anything, but it just comes with a magazine and some DVDs around about how the Nazis used the occult in their things and stuff like that. Kind of interesting to learn about. I do like these sort of learning about the sort of sci-fi and occult things in history. It's interesting. An anime colouring book here. Again, it's mainly got a lot of anime girls in here. And this was Heather's, but she said I could go through it and use it. This one's Heather's, but I keep it with mine. Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story Strategy Guide. And she does actually have the game of this, and I haven't played it yet, but I need to give it a go, because I've got the strategy guide here. I don't use strategy guides. I tend to have strategy guides because I like to read through them. I don't really use them so much, but there are some games where a strategy guide really comes in handy. I know a lot of people say it's all online now, but it's easier to just open up the book instead of get your phone up or your laptop up and search it. Then we have Marvel Year by Year, a visual chronicle, and this comes with it's all about how Marvel has changed over the years. In here, the origins and all the way up to the 2000s and stuff like that. A kind of cool book here. If you want me to go through any of these for an ASMR video, let me know, because I will do it. Then we have the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas strategy guide. Really, really good strategy guide. This just filled to the brim with every single mission, information about all the vehicles, all the weapons and stuff like that. Packed full of information. Games like that, big games like that need a strategy guide, I think, but smaller games like Call of Duty Black Ops has a strategy guide. Why? I just don't know. We have Kingdom Hearts, the strategy guide, but I'm not sure if it's Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't know. I think it's the second game. I might be wrong. Kingdom Hearts. I don't really know. Yeah, no, this is the Kingdom Hearts 2 strategy guide. I need the first one. I haven't actually finished Kingdom Hearts yet. I only started it last year, and I only played for about an hour, and because the JRPG is just, I don't play them that long. And then we've got a strategy guide here for Metal Gear Solid 2, The Sons of Liberty. Again, Metal Gear Solid have some of the best strategy guides. The artwork is fantastic. Metal Gear Solid, every Metal Gear Solid game, a strategy guide is always quite useful to have. Because I think Metal Gear Solid is a game that's worth a strategy guide, especially if you don't know how to play it. Especially like me, I'm not great at the games. But I do like, I don't buy a lot of strategy guides, but if I can find them cheap, I'll pick them up. That's what I say about strategy guides, is that older strategy guides are becoming more and more valuable. Newer ones I think are a bit too overpriced. I don't see the point of paying £30, £25, £30 for a game strategy guide if you ain't going to really use it. Older games, yeah, because they keep value. I've got here a Where's Wookie search and find activity book. It's basically Where's Waldo, or Where's Wally, or Where's Waldo as it's called in America, but it's a one where you have to find Chewbacca, and of course other little things in there as well you have to find as well. Cool stuff. I love the Where's Wally books. I had one, I remember in primary school I had one, the Where's Stig one, and I used to read it so much. Then we have the Fallout 4 Vault Dwellers Survival Guide. Again, for a game like Fallout 4, just has so much to it. It's definitely worth a strategy guide. There's so much to it. It just tells you information about every single item, where everything is, all the ammos, how to build things. Massive strategy guide, really good strategy guide, the Fallout one is. And then we have the Call of Duty World at War strategy guide. I only got it because I like the game Call of Duty World at War. Just comes with information about the guns and the multiplayer and the missions. kind of it's useful. These some strategy guides they put a lot of effort into. Brandy games are a good signature series guide, as they're known. Are Brandy games? I think they're um, Brandy games are a US. Well, they are England as well, but they're more of a US branded one. But you can get these, and they're a good guide, I've known. And we have Borderlands, the pre-sequel as well. Um, Again, I don't know if this covers the DLC, um, but I think you can also use this if you have the newer version, the Handsome Jack collection. Again, Borderlands, a massive game, so it's always good to have something like that. A couple more colouring books, and then almost a few left, and then we're going to the comics. I'll go through the comics nice and quickly, so I don't want this video to go on forever. Rogue One, a Star Wars story colouring book, comes with some colouring books, some Star Wars, cool stuff. A Superman colouring book as well. Again, this comes with all sorts of Superman themed activity stuff. And the one that I actually started is this one called sci-fi and horror. It sort of comes in a sort of classic comic and movie poster style, or comic style of colouring books. And I have done a few of these, and I'm not the best at colouring, but I do like to do colouring, and this is a cool one. I really like this. I've started this one, but I haven't finished it. Two more left, and then the comics. WWE's 100 greatest matches. It just comes with information about all these matches and the best matches of all time. Good information, really cool stuff, and old matches and new matches. It would have been cool if this was a DVD as well. And then last but not least is the WWE, oh it's heavy, Encyclopedia. This isn't the newest one. They did release a new one last year, but this isn't the newest one, but this is the one before. It just comes with so much information about all the wrestlers and all sorts of stuff. It's just comes with so much information, you know, even some of the wrestlers that maybe were like in about 3 episodes but it's really heavy and really cool. Now a few magazines and then comics. I've got here a Spiral a Spiral catalogue here. Spiral's a clothing, online clothing store, and they sell sort of like you know, gothic and emo style clothes, and I do have a few of them. I do want to get some more stuff from them. A couple of retro gamer things here. We've got Retro Gamer Annual. It's a big sort of comic, well not comic, a magazine or bookazine as it's called. Just comes with so much information, really cool stuff, all the retro games, so much stuff in here. I think that you can still buy this actually, it's like $9.99, but it's really cool. And I also got another one here which is just called Retro. Again, it just comes with so much cool stuff, the artwork, really cool stuff. Really like the retro thing. And then I actually have read this one, the Retro Gamer. This was last month's issue. I still need to get this month's issue, which I might get when I go to my mum's. This was a really cool magazine. This is the Mario Kart collector's edition one, but it comes, there were 2 variants of this. There's this one and the Japanese cover art. And then I got last month's Xbox magazine, the official Xbox magazine, issue 150, but it also came with the best 150 Xbox games, or Xbox One games, and number 1 was Witcher the Wild Hunt, number 2 was Dark Souls, 3 was Metal Gear Solid, and 4 was Grand Theft Auto 5. Halo was 5th, but Overwatch was 6th. So I'm going to get this month's issue as well, next week probably, to read on the train. Now let's go into the comics. Oh god, that's heavy. I've just got so many comics here, so I'm going to go through these nice and quickly. I've just got tons in here. I've just got a bunch of comics in here. Oh, I keep them in this little bag for now, but I am going to get I keep my comics in this little bag. I don't buy a lot of comics, but there's a charity shop near my mum's, down where my mum's live, that sell them for 49p sometimes, and that's where I get them from. So let's just go through them. The Life Eaters, I'm not going to say a lot of them because I haven't read a lot of them. And all of these I got for like 50p, guys. Welcome to New Japan, Rai. Conquest of Champions, and the winner, Maestro. Terminator Salvation, the final battle. The Uncanny Avengers, issue 9. The Avengers Age of Ultron, special movie magazine. It comes with some comics in there. Superman, the Man of Steel, an older version from 1992. I know some of these might be worth a bit of money. I just like to have them. I get a couple. My aunt sometimes gives me £1 or £2 to get a couple of them. The Mighty Thor. Some of these aren't in the best of shape. The Flash. I don't know the exact names. Grodd Gone Mad. Star Wars Skywalker Strikes. Some of them I got from the charity shops. Others I just got there and then. Prince Valiant, issue number 1. Might be worth a bit of money actually. Cool stuff. The Batman, The Dark Knight, part of the New 52. Again, some of these are old, some of them are more recent. The New 52 All-Star Western. Looks kind of cool. Got a Batman Arkham City on the back there. I love having these comics just to look at some of the adverts because they're old, for old video games and stuff. Simon Dark. Red Hood and the Outlaws, part of the New 52. I don't follow comics, guys. I occasionally pick them up and read them. I don't really follow them. Secret Avengers. Got Venom on there on the front. Some of them I keep in these little plastic cases. Prince Valiant, issue number 2, I believe that is. Batwoman, part of the New 52. I believe Batwoman's a lesbian. Breathtaker. Some of these I got for like 50p, like I said, and when I look on the back of them, they were like £15 originally. Batgirl. This issue, Batman dies. He dies in so much comics, guys. Dracula, Lord of the Undead, is the Marvel Dracula. I think I read that one, it's quite cool. The Authority, got Batman Arkham Asylum on the back there. No Mercy, Dredd leads a mutant massacre, Judge Dredd comic there. I believe they're making a new Judge Dredd TV show. I've seen advertisements for that on Facebook. Might be quite interesting. And Unleashed, these are sort of more explicit comics, but the Mighty Thor, an old issue here. Really cool look on the back there. NES game there on the back. Sky Shark. That's why I love these older ones, just to look at some of the adverts again. Batman Battles On, the 50th issue. This was came out around about the time of Batman vs Superman. The Mighty World of Marvel, Time Warp. Got the Silver Surfer there on the front. I think this is a Daredevil comic though. The Avengers. One here. Buzz Lightyear, Star Command on the back there. I remember that show. The Terminator, part of Now Comics. It's not the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator though there. The Incredible Hulk. World War Hulk After Smash, Hercules comic there. Marvel comic, of course. The Hood. Dark Reign, the Hood. Assassination Game Gambit, a Gambit themed comic. The game begins. Captain Britain and MI13, of course, Marvel comic. Earth's Mightiest Avengers, Sins of the Father. Adventure Comics Spark Fly. Second feature, The Atom, based around the Atom. Got Milk. Batman, Nightwing Strikes Back. An old Punisher comic here. Next stop, Baghdad. The Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk's The Black Knight. Lucifer. Vertigo DC Comics. Space Knights. Mutant X, The Goblin Queen Strikes. Mutant X, behold Magneto and his X-Men. Old Milky Way down the back. Mutant X versus the Fantastic Four. Cable, Together Again, Apocalypse the 12. Spider-Man there on the back with a glass of milk. New X-Men, Assault on Weapon Plus, 1 out of 4. The new Excalibur. Like I said, I don't know a lot about these. I'm just picking up where then every now and then. Hack Slash. DDP comic, I think that is. Uncanny X-Men, Magneto there. Guardians of the Galaxy, an older Guardians of the Galaxy there. Got a Garfield one here. Old Garfield comic here. The Crow, based around the Crow. I haven't seen that movie. Thor Blood Oath, that's Perfect Dark Zero on the back there. Boy, how that game didn't do as well as they thought. Fantastic Four, Marvel Comics event Civil War. Another Prince Valiant here, issue 3. Got a Simpsons comic here, The Best of the Simpsons. I love these. I love the Simpsons comics. And then 2 more left. Oh, 3 more, sorry. Justice League of America, Manhunt with Martian Manhunter there. Demolition Man, I think this is part 2 of 4. And last but not least, Dark Horse presents Alien vs Predator comic. So, there we have my comic collection. Book and comic collection. Not the biggest comic and book collection, but a nice selection of books and comics here. Like I said, I don't necessarily collect comics. I tend to buy them if I see them cheap, because I normally read through them, of course, and they are collectible. Plus, if I'm going to have a little kid, a little boy on the way, little Logan, I think he'll enjoy reading through these once he gets a bit older. Not only that, if I ever am running low on money, some of these might be worth a little bit of money. Let me know in the comments below if some of these are actually worth something. It would be interesting to see. Not that I'm going to sell them anytime soon. Ooh. But if they are worth a bit of money, you know, I don't know here if I've got like £500 worth of comics here, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily read them. Well, I do. I'll read through them, but I don't necessarily read through them again. If I can get it back in the bag. I'll keep it in this bag for now because it's out of the way. And then I'm going to have to get a bag, a box for my magazines. Anyway, guys, so there we have the book and comic collection. Sorry if it wasn't in ASMR. I will do an ASMR around these books at some point. Gonna end the video here. I think I'll go to Sainsbury's and get some something for dinner for tonight, and then I'm going to come back and watch the rest of NXT. I'm on the last week's episode, and then tonight, guys, there should be a GTA 5 gameplay. I'm going to play with Ryan tonight, and we're going to do some gameplay together. Hopefully I can set it up all right and stuff, but I'm looking forward to that. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and comment below. Let me know if there's anything here you want me to do in further detail with ASMR or something, and of course feel free to subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. And I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Will be some GTA 5 online tonight, and then over tomorrow I'll try and get a couple more gameplays done for you guys. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.